Hello, it's Couture Cathy Vintage Crafts, Catherine at Romans, and your disabled influencer. Everybody knows I do jewellery making, mainly with wire wrapping. Normally, I was always buying my wire from well-known selling sites. Obviously, I don't want to mention them because I don't want to get in trouble on here. But as with any company that's selling through another selling company, they then have to add on their costs, to make more money. So I had a brainwave and decided to go directly through the main company that was all, I had a look on the listing, saw who the company was and decided to approach them directly. So that's what I did. And they've asked me quite nicely if I would represent them also on my portfolio. And then to give you guys the heads up on some exciting bargains in the wire department. I have noticed now there is other jewellery creators on here as well, which is great. So calling all jewellery creators, this could be one for you as well. And I have noticed some friends I've made in the gemstone communities, they've also now decided they want to have a go at wire wrapping because it is quite therapeutic. It's quite a good art, really. And obviously some of them have allergies as well. So this is an added bonus all round. The jewellery wire that I buy from this company, which has been fab, are not only cheaper when you buy directly with them. Yes, there is a VAT charge on there, but that's understandable, with the type of business it is. But it is all lead free, nickel free, and it's all anti-tarnish. They do have the bare wires, so obviously if you're electricians and things like that, then that's that sort of domain. And they also have like wires there if people are doing the bonsai gemstone trees or they're training their bonsais, the actual bonsai tree itself. Then they've got different types of wire there. They do all the coloured wires for more fun crafts, but for the more bespoke gemstone pieces like I do, where like you've seen here that I do my wire wrapping like this, and I've got one here that I've done. You've seen other posts where I've done it more intricate. This is the best way to do it. So this is called, and it's all spelled in capitals when you put it into the address. So it'll be www.wires, all capital letters.co.uk. So hide my address there, just on there. So it's basically just there. Okay. And how they do it is, if you're not sure on what sort of wires you want to use first, they do what they call sample bundles. So for example, I did the coil sample bundle. I did the gilt, which is the gold, because I've noticed now some of the crazes with the wire wrapping is the gold. And obviously then you've got your copper, and then I've got the rose gold. So I've had people asking me for different colours. So with the sample packs, it's like the 2mm, 4mm, 6mm, 8, 1mm and 1.25, and then the 1.5. So these are how it comes. So for example, this one here, they sent me that as like the thank you, to obviously representing them. So this one is just your anti-tarnish silver. Obviously that's all wrapped up firmly, so I can't show you that one directly, but I will show you what I mean by the different colours. So for example, they come like this. So this one here is your gilt on copper. That's 10 meters. So that's your 6mm. So it comes in the reels like that. So you get 10 meters of that. So obviously the thicker the wire gets, the less you get. But it's the best way to learn how to decide which type of wire is better for you. Then once you've figured out the most perfect one, you can then buy it on the bigger reels. Oh, my little helper's just kindly, if Jenna stands behind me, she can show you the silver ones. So that's that one. Then obviously here we have the rose gold. Now that one does come on a plastic spiel. So that's your rose gold 4mm. So that one does come like that. Obviously the bigger the reels as well. It all comes boxed. You've got your other ones like this. There's the copper one. Right, here, this is what I mean by the copper. So your coppers are your different sizes here as well. They're all wrapped up. So the thickest one here I've got is 1.5mm. That's the thickest you can get. So that's more for example, I'll give you an example. I've just had a lady privately message me on a commission piece because she's seen that in some Reiki classes they've been wearing the coils that go around the hand. so they have to fit with your hand. So it's like a hand piece of jewellery. So obviously that would involve using the thicker wire like this and possibly hammering it down to make the coil so it actually fits within the hand. And obviously the thicker the coil, the more sturdier it is. So just to give you an example, because this is quite a thicker wire, when they do the sample packs for this one, it only gives you 1.75 metres. But when it's the smaller ones, like the 0.4, you're literally getting like 25 metres of it, which is quite a lot. I mean, it doesn't look a lot. By the time you've unravelled it, that is a lot. Trust me, I've accidentally messed one of these up once. I had to get Jason to sit there and unravel it all and wrap it around something else. It took absolutely ages. So be really careful with the thinner wire. It does mesh up like, you know, cotton would if you were doing your knitting or your sewing, you know. So if you, this is how it will all come to you. It all comes in your box like this, and it's all in the bottom of the box. There is the recycled what we call serrated papers. You know, they make it into a netting in the bottom. So it all comes all wrapped and it's tracked. I got this Royal Mail 48, so that was really, really quick. So that's all that. So just to give you some ideas on the prices, I know this is a little bit long-winded for some of you, but those who are in the jewellery making sort of industry sort of thing will, you know, this is going to be right up your alley. So I'll give you an example. The sample pack, which is 7 packs of the wire, which was the different sizes I told you about. Obviously, they do go higher up. If you go on the website's really easy to use. You go on there, you know, you put down what you want, put in the total, and you can pay either directly with your card or using PP. And for example, I had 1 unit of gilt on copper, and that was £10.15. The ones that I did buy individually here for the wire wraps, for 20 metres that was on the plastic spool that I've just shown you, that was £2.5p. Okay, now my order in total, because I don't mind sharing with you just to give you some ideas. So in my order, I had gilt on copper sample pack, copper wire sample pack, I had various measurements of rose gold, and then they kindly gifted me the silver, you know, obviously for doing this, because obviously I'm now working with them. But even the silver wire pack, that would have been £10.15 as well. So in total, my bill subtotal was £31.74. So obviously with their VAT and shipping and everything, that was £6.35. So my total bill was £38.09. I know individually, I know it's not their fault, but when they were listing it on with the websites, each pack individually was being listed, each wire spool. So for example, if I just wanted 0.4 mm, they were charging, I think it was £5.99 individually, and they have to do that. That's not their fault, because obviously they have to take into consideration the prices they get charged for listing their listings and then making a sale. So helpful tip for all jewellery sellers, it is best if you go directly through the website. It just means you're going to make a great saving. It's going to be easier for you. You then build up a good relationship with that company, and it, you know, especially if you're doing what I'm doing here, which is you're giving them a mention. Again, it helps promote them as well, and you get your little freebies as a thank you as well. So I am sorry if this is long-winded, but I just feel it's important. Sometimes with it, it doesn't have to be jewellery making. It can be absolutely anything. If you're needing a supplier, rather than buying it through somewhere you may have seen, sometimes it does work best to go directly to the supplier, have a chat with them, see what sort of thing they can do for you. And sometimes it works out just in your favour. I've got all this wire here. As you know, I'm now working alongside doing jewellery making for another business. So it works out because I get more wire, I can do more stuff. Bob's your uncle all done. So I hope you enjoyed that little, you know, little helpful video. So as again, I'll just do it there. That was wires.co.uk. If any questions, please pop them below. Let me know. But the wire is nickel free, lead free, and anti-tarnish. So anyone with allergies, perfect. But until later on, when I bring you some more goodies, I will see you all later. And I hope you have a fab morning.